So today is the day. This junky locker room, our old facilities, they're going to tear it down and we're moving into our new facilities. I am so excited. State of the art, massage tables, lockers. It's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited to see what Chairman Jimmy has been working on for the last 5 months. Let's go check it out. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Devotion to Promotion, where Chairman Jimmy's idea of training facility renovations and my idea, or the average person's idea of training facility renovations, are apparently completely different. I envisioned when you talk about redoing and making new training facilities that you would get lockers and rooms and tables and maybe some maybe like a cryogenic chamber or something like that. But apparently that's not Chairman Jimmy's idea of training facilities renovations, because as you could see, they're not much better. And here's what happened. I was thinking we were 1 star before, right? As you can see in this graphic, training facilities, the top of our team info, club info here. And I was thinking we're going to go to like 3 stars or 3.5, or maybe 2.5 or something, like not totally sucky. But they went from 1 star to 1.5 stars. Now, maybe if you're more familiar with the game than I am, you knew that was coming. I didn't. I thought when you want to make something good, you would actually make it good instead of just less sucky. But whatever it would be, I was pretty upset with Chairman Jimmy then, because that wasn't what I was expecting. I did go right into his office and I demanded that he improve the training facilities again. And he said yes, which I can only mean in his mind means adding another 1/2 star on. So if you do the math, it's going to be like, it's still maybe like, I don't know how long before we're even average or so. So we have a kind of a mountain to climb there, which might have some impact on the next conversation here. But yeah, so I wasn't all that pleased there with Chairman Jimmy and stuff like that. But we have a lot of things to cover today, not the least of which is a big match, a rematch against Charlton, where we lost to them earlier in the year 1-0. They sit in first place. Huge implications for playoffs and all this kind of promotion, all this kind of stuff. So excited about that. But before we get started, if you are new, please consider subscribing. And if you would hit the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. But let's dig into it. I got a lot of things to mention. Last time the episode was called It's Raining Jobs, and it's still raining jobs. So I want to talk about that first, and we'll talk a little bit about injuries, and then we'll talk a little bit about results, and then we'll dig right into our match. But the job offers keep coming in. So apparently, kind of when your team does pretty well in this, apparently these higher clubs, for whatever reason, they're offering job interviews. I've gotten and turned down a job offer from Burnley, and then Huddersfield is offering a job. So 5 teams in the Premier League. I don't know why all the teams in the Premier League are firing their managers, but anyway, they are. Wolves offered a job, and I went to the interview, but then I accidentally hit the continue button midway through the interview. So I think that's kind of like you just stand up in the middle of a question and walk out, and then there's no way you can undo it. And I was like, oh, that kind of is a bummer. So they didn't offer me a job. I can probably make sense if you just walked out in the middle of the interview. But Leicester City came calling, and check it out. They've offered you a 3-year contract of $55,000 per week to take the managerial job at King Power Stadium. They're 14th in the Premier League now in this world, and the expectation is a mid-table finish. Finances rich. Look at the training facilities, Chairman Jimmy. Not that I'm bitter. Superb 4.5. Superb 4.5 youth facilities. 17 million in the bank. Our total value, estimated value, is 1,684 million. Oh, my wages would be what, 30 times higher than what I'm making now as well. So tempting. I really want to stick with Nuneaton. But this is so hard to turn down. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've delayed for a little while here too. And on another positive note, just before I forget too, because I will forget it if we do that. I've graduated from school. I'm done. Continental Pro license, as high as you can go. My star rating didn't go up at all. But on a good note, they've apparently fixed the bug with things like adaptability and level of discipline and working with youngsters. Because I think this went up 2. And then level of discipline went up by 5. It's not party house in the clubhouse anymore. And some of these numbers, 13. So we're making good progress here with some attributes and things like that. And I don't know how they go up now if you're all done getting licenses, because I guess maybe they go up slowly over time or something like that. Maybe if someone knows, you can let me know, because I feel like the only time they've gone up in the past 2 or 3 years has been when I've got some kind of a license increment. I don't think they've changed at all other than that, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are smarter than me that know the answer to that question. So those are kind of a couple of things going, but let's take a look now at the table and the results here. If we look at the table, we sit in second place. At one point, I was a little bit overexcited at the end of our last episode when we won 1-0, and I said, wow, we were in first place by goal differential, because Charlton didn't play that day. So they actually had a match in hand on us then. So we were technically even with them, but of course they're going to be expected to win that match. So they were really probably, at least a point or 3 points in front of us. They have been playing really well, as we can see. They've won 4 of their last 5 matches. They've opened up the lead to 7 points. We're even on matches now, so they don't have a game in hand any longer. But they've opened up to 7 points, because we've been struggling a little bit in the past few matches here. We do have a 4-point edge over third place, which would be the first playoff spot. And we're 8 points up over seventh place, which is dropping out of the playoffs altogether. And we're exactly 23 matches in, which is the halfway point in the season. So Boxing Day today, we start the second half of our season with this huge match against Charlton. We really need to win the match if we want to entertain any kind of possibility of finishing in first place, right? Because if we lose 22 matches to go 10 points down, we're not playing that well. They're playing really well. I mean, yeah, we could probably catch them, but we're really making it a big mountain to climb. If we win, we're down by 4 points. We're starting to reorient the team a little bit here, and things are a little bit better. So big match for us. Not as big for them, but a huge match for us for sure. And if we lose, some of these teams behind us, Southend and Fleetwood are only like 3 or 4 points behind us, so they're going to be knocking right on our door now. So kind of, again, feels like one of those pivotal matches in a season. Let's take a look quickly at our results. They were good, and then they weren't good. So the last match we were together, we won that 1-0 match against Luton Town, where they got the red card early on, and we kind of cruised after that, although we couldn't score. We then played the rematch in the FA Cup first round against Plymouth, who sits in the league below us, where we had drawn 1-1 initially. We absolutely erupted 5-0 and demolished them in that at home. That felt really good, so that put us through to the FA Cup second round. We then played Oxford United in the league on the road. It was 4-2 after 20 minutes. It was like a crazy game. And we ended up winning that one 5-3. It wasn't actually as easy as it might appear. Every time we would score, they would score. But yeah, we eventually kind of held on and won 5-3. But when there's that many goals and the teams are putting them in pretty easy, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not sure a 2-goal lead means the same as much as if it were 2-0, say perhaps. But we did hang on. So now we're doing pretty well. We played MK Dons, a rematch. We lost to them earlier in the year in the league, 2-1. FA Cup second round, we played him at home. We got a late goal. I think it was a 46 minute, right after the first half ended. John Burns scored a goal, and we hung on to win that match 1-0. Played a really solid match against Exeter City, beat them 3-1. So we got a 5-game winning match going on. Feeling pretty good. Things are good. Nice. And then we're looking to say Bradford City. Bradford City is in 24th place. I think they'd won like 2 or 3 matches all season. We got them at home. It's the easiest match in our schedule. We lost 2-0. I mean, we're just terrible. We barely outshot them, and their shots and chances were just so much better. We were awful. Like, what happened? We rebounded in the EFL Trophy Cup South that nobody really cares about, I think, until you get to the very end. But we're starting to get close. I think there's 8 teams left in this one. It's some of the Premier League under 23s, a couple, and then League 1 and League 2 teams, some kind of combination of that. So we did make $26,000 by hanging on and beating them 1-0, but it took a late goal, and you'd figure a team in a league below us in the mid-table, we should cruise better than that, and we didn't. We followed that up with a loss 2-1 against Leicester City. They scored 2 goals in the first 4 minutes on 2 shots. We chased the match the whole way. We couldn't get the job done, and we lost there. We rebounded against lower end of the table Bristol Rovers 1-0, but again, we had to score late, 77th minute goal by Tom Bayliss to get that one across the board. So the last 5 matches, Exeter City was the last 4 matches here, have not been good. And now we face Charlton, who sits first place. So I'm more than concerned about it. I think it's one of those points in the year where the AI adjusts for your tactics, and I haven't figured out a way around that adjustment yet. So I'm not very optimistic going into this match at all. But a couple of other little things to kind of make note of. We have had some injuries. Our mummy of the year, Terrell Pennant, has grabbed his 5th injury of the year. This one, I have to admit, was my fault. Yeah, it's kind of my fault. So I was trying to rush him back into match shape, and he played for the senior team like 60 minutes. And the next day there was a U23 match, and I had accidentally scheduled him to play in that match too. Sorry about that. So back-to-back matches, and he twisted his knee again. So that probably on me when you ask someone who's rehabbing an injury to play two intense match segments days in a row. So yeah, but only 4 days this time. So hopefully he'll be back pretty soon. He is leading in that competition between Adam Phillips, who has only got hurt 3 times this year and has been really healthy for about 2 months now since we've moved him on. So Terrell Pennant by far winning that competition this year. And a couple of other players you may recall, because of that stupid rule that says we have to have a homegrown club player on our starting roster. You may recall goalkeeper Richard Slater from last year. He was the 16-year-old kid who would just sit on the end of the bench and play video games all year. He's back because our 2 homegrown players now, which is Ongumbo and Kise, are both hurt with relatively serious injuries. So we have to dress him and stick him down on the end of the bench and watch him play video games the whole time so that we have a qualifying squad for each match. So Richard Slater, it's nice to have him back. It's kind of a comforting presence there. I mean, we did pretty well last year with him on the bench, so that's always good to see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to mention. I don't think there is. I think it's time to jump in. It's now, the transfer window opens up in a little bit. I am trying to move out some players, but that's a lot of details. We'll talk about what happens to that in the next episode. I don't want to get lost too much in the weeds there. So let's jump into the match. I'm pretty nervous. I am not optimistic. And if you recall from the last match, let's get started here and go through. We've got pretty much our best 11 available starting. Terrell Pennant on the right side wing is definitely our best right winger, but Lapsley's done pretty well out there. Seller is not scoring goals. I'm going to try him as a target man this match just because I don't know. I've tried a lot of other things. I'm just trying stuff, but as a poacher, he's not scoring. As an advanced forward, he's not scoring. He's getting assists and doing well, but it's like, we need our strikers to score, and he's not. So it's our wings and attacking midfielders that are doing the scoring for us. Like to be able to solve that because our goal production is definitely down over the last 4 matches. So we'll try target man today and see what happens. If you do, because I know there's tons of people that are good at tactics and I'm not. If you have an idea what role might suit this kind of 4-1-2-3 formation with the sole striker up top, here's Seller's stuff. He does come out. He ranks highly as a poacher, and these are his numbers. You know, maybe pressing forward attack, he looks like his numbers would work pretty well on that. But let me know what you think if you've got some ideas on how we might restructure his role. And I might switch it mid-match anyway. But that aside, let's dig in and I'm just take the people on the bench, the players on the bench here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's submit our team. In we go. If we could get this, all of a sudden, I think we're entertaining that conversation of maybe first place would be something that isn't out of the question should we continue to play well. But if we lose this match, I can think we're saying we're playing for, at best, probably second place here. There's Leko. Right, I want to go in today. I might pause this here and figure out how to assign a player. Actually, I think I can do this here, right? Can I do that? No. Now I completely screwed that up. Okay. So we'll do that. I think I do it on our tactics screen as I want to. I'm going to pause the video and figure this out because I want to man mark him with Delcroix. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I found it. It's in here. It's under mark specific player, and I want to have him mark Jonathan Leko. Leko, this guy here, their striker, the right winger. He's got, I think, last time I checked, he had 15 goals in 16 matches. He's tearing up the league, highest rating in the league. Leko, however you say it, is their offense, and we have to stop him. So I want to have Delcroix man marking him to see if that helps work with that. So now I think we're ready. We have to do our team talk here, of course. Don't want to leave an important match without doing that. We're in 9. We've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of. Let's do that. I have faith in you. I have faith in you too. Don't really, but let's pretend. End team talk. Take a deep, focusing breath. A Zen moment. The destiny lies in this click. Off we go. Wow, they have a big stadium. Good Lord. This, by the way, I think their budget, if you remember from the last match, their budget is 8 times, 6 times what ours is. So their top 3 players make more than our whole team. And last time you also may recall that, this feels bad. Oh, good. Last time you also may recall that they scored in the 90s. This feels really bad. Oh, good. Get it. Good go. We've been working on transitions in training, both to offense and defense. Flynn. Pass it to our team, not the other team. Go. Well then. Okay, it's just one goal. Just a flesh wound. Wow, that was a heck of a free kick. Good Lord. Should have had it, though. Come on, O'Brien. It's not the defense's fault. Oh, not again. Okay, there you go. That's how you do it. You may recall from the last game, just to finish that earlier thought, they scored in the 92nd minute. Let's demand more. Pause here for a second. More direct passing play. I don't think so. So that assistant, he says make it direct, and I actually listened to him once, and then as soon as I made it direct, he said I should change it back to short, and I could have done that all day, so that didn't help. But yeah, to go back to try to find and finish that other thought, they scored in the 92nd minute on that really cheap goal and ended up beating us 1-0. This time, we got to get something going here. Come on, boys. Let's go. Hannah drawn away from his mission to instructions to man mark LeCroy. I'm going to wait more. I'm going to ignore that for right now. That's fine, because I want him to do that. Maybe it doesn't make sense to have a defensive midfielder man mark a winger. Is that what they're trying to get at? That might be a mistake, huh? Because he's pulling him away from the center of the field. Center of the pitch there. All right. This feels somewhat promising. Or does it feel like we're going to give the ball away? Oh, looks like we're getting lost here. Come on, Thompson. There we go. Come on, Holmes. Let's go, boys. Holmes is soon to be our captain, I think, because we're probably going to lose Isaac and Robinson here. Dickens forward to Flynn. Nice. Promising. There it is. Oh, Lapsley. Oh, you got to sink that. That was a good chance for us, though. That's encouraging signs. 30 minutes in. Okay. 33. Sixth yellow card of the season. I thought you were supposed to get suspended after you get 5, and for whatever reason, he got his 5th yellow card. Holmes got his 5th yellow card in the last match, but then did not get suspended here now. Confirm changes. Let's do... They are focused. I feel like we're being totally outplayed here. Not getting anything in. Let's shout something. Let's do get creative. It's a little optimistic, I feel like, then. Nice. Our team is inspired, except for Holmes, who's just composed. Come on, boys. Let's get one before the halftime. Nya Kirby and Shane Flynn have suffered today and made a fair number of mistakes. Oof. Flynn's not been playing well of late. Fofana! Uh-oh. Oof. Definitely getting outplayed. We're going to need to make some halftime adjustments here, I think. Oof. It's their match so far, isn't it? We have only had, I think, that one sniff of the goal here. Team talk. Okay, let's take a look at our tactics here and see what we can do to maybe adjust. I feel like they're playing better and they're a better team and they're winning so far. Can Dickens, so Leko, wait a second. Let's just think here for a second. This might take a while because thinking the right winger, so that would be our left back. So if we go back to our tactics here, maybe we want to have our left back, Dickens, man mark. If I do that, click, come on, click, there we go. Oh, okay, instructions add. Maybe I'll have Dickens, man mark, Leko. Let's try that. Okay, and then that should mean that Delcroix is no longer, oh, we want to remove that. We don't want to put 2 people on him. Okay, let's try our left back, man marking Leko. Let's do that. Now let's take a look at some of our problems here. Flynn's not working as a winger. Let's try attack, I guess. Let's try pass into space. Just kind of randomly pushing buttons now. I'm not at all confident. I'm in one of those moments. Sometimes you feel like you can't do anything wrong. Target man definitely has not worked. Let's try pressing forward attack for like 20 minutes and see if that helps. Bayless and Kirby are struggling. Let's shift them. Let's put Kirby on the right-hand side. This is what we call randomly trying things when you have no idea what to do. And deep-lying playmaker, advanced playmaker. Let's do central midfielder support because what we're doing wasn't working. And let's talk to the team. Sorry that took a while, but I feel like desperate times call for desperate measures here. We have not been the better team. Show me something else in the second half. There we go. Come on, boys. We weren't that bad, but I believe you can improve. Yeah, let's go. End team talk. Ready to walk through walls. Here we go. Yes, we got this. We can do this. Come on, boys. We need a goal. Get our offense going. Okay, we got him pinned back now. Good. They did nothing with that opening possession. Oh, Fofana. No! Oh. Set pieces are killing us. Not as good yet, are we? Damn! Can't leave him alone. Wow, that was a tough angle goal, though. Tip of the hat on that. Let's get one back. Come on. We can do this. Right back here. Flynn, Bayless. That's not getting it back. Charles Dickens, Delcroix, Kirby, out to Flynn. There we go. Attack, get in front. Ah, nothing. Sniffing around the goal, but nothing happening. This looks more promising, though, for whatever reason. Well, we have the ball, and we're shooting it at their goal. So, there we go. Finish. Oh, come on, Seller. We're paying you the big bucks. Dylan Thompson's been booked. Yes, make changes. 55 minutes in. Anybody? Lapsley's 6.46. Oh, God. Our front three are 6.4. Make changes. Always press. Sure. We got to do something at 60 minutes, don't we? We got to get somebody to try to shake something up on offense. Let's go. If we get one by 70 minutes, we could get two. A draw on the road. A draw wouldn't be horrible. Nice. There it is. Feed him. Yes. Yes. Shoot. Ah, in the goal. Hey, we've had some shots, though, and good chances. That one there before was good. Let's watch this chance, and then we'll go from there. Leco. Good. And then, oh, that's a nice pass. Oh, he's going to shoot it. Saved. Okay, O'Brien. There you go. That's how to earn your 800 pounds per month week. Nice catch. Good aerial presence from our keeper. Second half feels... this free kicks bear on us, haven't we? Good. Pick it up. Let's go. Do something positive. This feels better to me. I think if we make some substitutions here in a moment, maybe we can shift the momentum a little bit here. I'm probably going to need to go positive. Good. Seller. Back. Let's take it. Oh! Keeper got a hand on it. Okay. This is encouraging. I mean, a little bit. Let's see who can substitute out who hasn't done anything. Lapsley has been invisible on the right-hand side. But Barron isn't really that much better. Seller's been 6.4. They're fired up. Let's just leave that. Kirby's changed around his game. 6.8. I'm going to leave it for maybe another 10 minutes here. Dickens has struggled, but whatever. But let's try, though. I think we do need to lean into this a little bit. Positive, if we're going to get anything out of this. Sitting back now is not going to work. We're closing in. We're not going to do that. Come on, boys. Let's go. We go positive and nothing happens. Okay, 68 minutes. Now it's time to sub. Okay. I think we have to draw the conclusion that our wingers are not doing what they're supposed to be doing or helping us. So let's bring in Robinson at inverted winger and attack. Let's bring in Bairn on the right side. And he, again, I think he's wing attack. And let's leave everything else the way it is here. I feel like someone watching this is probably looking at it and saying, you should do this. If you do have tips or advice as to how to maybe manage this, let me know afterwards. Like, I would have done this, but I feel like to a certain degree, good. They're actually a better team. God, we're not doing anything. Okay, come on, boys. We're not going to die quietly. That's the first rule, right? Let's go attacking. Let's go more direct. Let's hit early crosses and much higher tempo. That's fine. And let's, out of possession, let's try to push up here and see if we can take the match in charge here. I have zero confidence that this is going to work either. But let's go. After this one, we're going to go very attacking. Just throw everything forward. At least we got to try to win. There it is. Kirby, finish. Yes! Ha! We're in the game. Bingo. Let's stay where we are then. Let's praise them. Praise Barron and Kirby. A little bit lucky there, but we've had some good shots too that should have gone in. So from that perspective, feeling good. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's get one more here. Let's watch it again because happy things, watching them makes you happy. Kirby gets it. Yeah, keeper should have had that, right? I mean, he got his hand right on it. Let's go, boys. Get one more. 85. Let's go very attacking. Shouts. Push forward. I can't shout because I just shouted. Let's go. Oh, I got one more sub, don't I? Let's do that. Has Seller done anything? 6.4. He's been awful. Scrimshaw. Let's go. You can be a poacher. We'll try your poacher role. So that, I think it's fair to say that the initial indications are that the pressing forward and the target man did not work. So let's go. See if we can get one. Get Dick Scrimshaw in there. Dickens! Gives it up to Lako. That's the guy you're supposed to be man marking. Good. Nice. Let's get the ball. Come on, boys. Yes, make a mistake. Something. Give it to us. Oh, that's bad. We'll take that shot any day. Come on. Let's get one. I can't, there's nothing else we can do. We're firing everything. Oh, let's do this. Pew. Get up there. Get up there. You don't like that, do you? Screw it. We'll just leave you back here. That's a little bit scary. We're very attacking anyway, so they're probably moving up there as well. Let's do attacking midfielder. Attack. We got our extra time. We can score. If we get like 4 or 5 minutes, gotta believe, right? Overwhelmed by the feedback. Oh, don't be. It's okay. It's just a game. Come on, boys. Let's get one more chance and tie it up here. One more. What? Okay. I think we're fighting for second place. That's a little disappointing. But we made a game of it. Made him a little bit nervous. And 15 shots to 11 shots on the road. I do feel like the second half we played pretty well. So that's a positive. They beat us on the set pieces, free kicks. So we need to work on training on that. And they are a very good team spending a ton of money. So let's walk out of this with some positives. Dressing room. Tell the boys they did well and their efforts were excellent. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with that. Unlucky boys. It would have been nice to win here, but it wasn't to be. Let's do that. Yeah. I think that's fair today, right? I mean, they're spending 6-7 times the money that we've got, and we gave them a decent match. And although it started out rather abysmal, we were down 2-0. We clawed our way back a little bit. So, yeah, let's just go with that. And 1 point left to be in the automatic promotion zone. Dark clouds on the horizon. Dark clouds on the horizon. Getting a little bit nervous that the wheels are falling off our season now. We've lost, what is it now? 3 of our last 4 league matches. And only scored 2 goals in them, 3 goals in them. Well, anyway, okay, we'll bounce back. Let me know what you think about the tactics or any ideas that you have there if you see something that I am missing. Also, I'd be curious to think about what people think about the Leicester job offer. I really like managing Nuneaton, but oh my goodness, that's such a tempting offer. Coming up, let's see where we're going to go. We have... we're right at the end of December. We come into the free the transfer window opens up, so we're going to start digging in a little bit with that. I'll probably come back, I'm going to guess, for like the Coventry match. We got a packed month next month, don't we? 8 games. Wow. I'm going to probably come back for the Coventry match because that's the one that started our season, and they are our old affiliate, so a little bit of kind of emotional attachment there. So let's come back probably for that one. Thanks again for coming by and watching. I hope you have a great day. Please stay safe. And if you have enjoyed the episode, despite the fact that we lost, please give it a like. And if you're new, subscriptions are always welcome as well. Thanks again. Have a great day. See you later.